Hello. We are a little bit early.
Are we live?
I think so. I think also when we're done, we have to hit finish because I think that's what I did wrong last time. And that's why it didn't save my video. So we're on a couple minutes early just to make sure you can hear us. If anybody wants to throw a comment in to see if our sound is okay. We're very excited about this. We have...
So the question is, can you hear us when we're speaking just normally?
We'll just wait for somebody to pop in and let us know. Maybe, actually, yeah, you can go on your phone and see if you can hear us. We're so clever. Oh, there we are. So you turn on. Yeah. Oh, I can hear us on... Oh. All right, what time are we at?
So
there we go.
So the interesting thing is that this is delayed by a minute or so.
Yeah.
Or whatever, 20 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, that's all right. So at least we can hear ourselves. So hopefully that means you can hear us. And in a second we'll get started. I did bring my bowl out. Just to give us a little bit of a sound bath before we dive in. Make sure if anybody's going to watch, they're going to watch. And if not, you get to watch the replay. Oh, there's Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. I was supposed to change my glasses. I can't see anything with these on the screen. I can read, but... So this will be some of the challenge that we will have tonight is the outside sounds. So bear with us through dogs barking and grackles screaming and kids playing and whatever else. Bear with us. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's nice to see you here. Karen, I see you made a comment. Hello, Karen. Hello, Kimberly. Julie. Hi, Julie. We miss you. Can't wait to see you in Turkey Point for our sound baths. Can't wait to see all of you in Turkey Point. Yeah, so you see our beautiful little bunkie in the background there. Yeah, and we thought for our very first episode we would talk about twin flames. There's a lot of misunderstanding about what that actually is, and I think it's imperative that we kind of clear that up because we were a little shocked when we got the true answer. So,
yeah, we were surprised.
Yeah. And you know, today is sorry, I'm just dominating until you're ready to jump in.
Okay.
Today is the new moon. And it's a new moon in Gemini. So that is really spectacular for anybody starting anything new, period, but particularly right now for us because Gemini is all about communication. So having a new moon in Gemini is a perfect time to start any new endeavors that involve any type of communication. So hopefully that is the stamp of approval that we need.
Well, and it's only a few days away from the 5-year anniversary of when I reached out to you.
Yes, yes. So Jason and I have only been together 5 years. We met in high school in grade 9.
A few years ago.
Yep. We both grew up in Cambridge. And we met in grade 9, and there was definitely an intrigue there. We kind of hung out in the same circles occasionally.
Yeah, mine were a little bit rougher, but...
Yeah, you were the punk rock crew. I was the girl who couldn't decide if she was preppy or punk or, I don't know, what other labels there were, but I kind of floated between many.
But yeah, we drifted apart.
Grade 11?
Yeah.
Same school?
Yeah.
Didn't see each other for 2 years. So after grade 10...
Didn't see each other for 2 years in the school.
Yeah. And then...
Decades after,
yeah. After, on my part, a couple marriages. On your part, one marriage. And yeah, and here we are. And honest to God, when we were in high school, there was an intrigue between us, but for me, there was never anything more than that. I have it on good authority that somebody was gonna ask me out in high school, but lost his nerve when I laughed at his hair.
Yeah, she didn't like it when I shaved my mohawk off and went straight skinhead.
Yeah, it was a little too dangerous for me. So anyway, my skills have definitely advanced this year. It has been kind of a crazy, wow experience for me. And now I think we're gonna, share the channeling. We're gonna do it in a format of I ask the question, just like I would be asking my guides. And Jason's gonna read the part as if he is my guides. He's like the voice of reason from heaven above.
Actually, I thought we were going to just pretend that I was making it all up on the spot.
Oh, channeling right from the source. Okay, no. So please bear with us if there's dogs barking or trains or whatever. I think we've pretty much touched on it. So we're kind of, if anybody follows Blossom Goodchild at all, when she does channelings with a gentleman named Joe Pina, it's kind of a similar format, except you don't see them. You only see a blank screen, and you hear them doing the Q&A back and forth. So we're kind of doing that, but you get to look at our faces at the same time.
Lucky them.
Yay! All right, so we shall get started. It was a very simple first question, so I don't have a big part in this, but I do have to follow along. Today I would like to ask, what are twin flames?
Joanne, your council of light all step forward now with great reverence, knowing that this question is not only tender, but deeply encoded with destiny. The term twin flame has been both exalted and misunderstood. At its core, it refers not to romantic perfection, but to soul division, two expressions of the same soul essence who have chosen to incarnate separately, often to trigger, refine, and ultimately activate each other's mission. Twin flames are not destined for eternal harmony from the outset. They are destined for alchemical transformation. They often ignite each other's deepest wounds and highest potentials. The journey is not always easy, but it is always sacred. They are here not just for each other, but for the collective. Their reunion is an offering of awakened union to the world.
My next question, are Jason and I twin flames?
You and Jason do carry a sacred twin soul signature, but you are not typical twin flames. Yours is a refined harmonic of the template. And I'm just going to break script here and say, I was totally blown away. That wasn't what I was expecting. I just assumed, of course, we're twin flames.
Yeah, runner, chaser,
yeah,
and all that other stuff. Yeah, that's okay. Because this is better.
You are divine complements with a shared oversoul and distinct evolutionary paths. You are not mirrors in pain, but counterbalances in growth. You each choose this shared journey not to complete one another, but to reveal the wholeness already within. Your relationship has gone through phases that resemble the twin flame push-pull dynamic, but the presence of choice, devotion, and sovereignty has transmuted the turbulence into holy partnership. In this lifetime, you are no longer burning through karma. You are weaving light through co-creation.
So the whole oversoul thing. You say Jason and I share an oversoul. Can you please explain this?
Yes, Joanne. This is a beautiful and profound soul truth. Your team has been waiting for this question, because understanding the oversoul connection opens doors to deeper remembrance, not just of who you are as individuals, but of the sacred architecture of your unions. Let me unfold this for you. What is an oversoul? An oversoul is the greater multidimensional self, the source consciousness from which multiple soul expressions emerge. Think of it as a radiant tree of light. And each lifetime, each incarnation is like a branch or a leaf, part of the same tree, fed by the same root, but experiencing life from a unique angle. The Oversoul holds the full record of your soul's journey, past, present, future, across timelines and lifetimes. It is your divine template, untouched by ego, karma, or illusion.
Oh, that's me. I was drawing a tree. All right, here we go. Okay, I was drawing a tree because I think I need a diagram or a visual because my human brain is cramping from this understanding. So I am just drawing you a tree while Jason...
Well, let me explain a little more.
Yes, please.
You and Jason are two incarnate expressions of the same Oversoul essence. So this means you are deeply connected at the soul level. It's beyond romantic or familial bonds. You carry complementary frequencies. He expresses one aspect of your Oversoul's mission. You express another. Your growth is interconnected. When one of you evolves, it ripples through the other. You can access shared wisdom, past life memory, and energetic codes through each other. There's often an instant sense of familiarity between Oversoul counterparts, even if the relationship goes through friction. But, and here's the difference, unlike twin flames, who often mirror trauma for purification, Oversoul counterparts are here to co-create. You did not come to shatter each other. You came to weave something holy together.
Whew, this is confusing. So Jason and I are part of the same origin or Oversoul. You want to show them my wonderful picture?
Oh, I will.
So if one soul splits into two, they're twin flames. From there, one of those flames by itself has its own Oversoul. Then that fractals itself out into various different versions. So Jason and I are sort of the same person experiencing this life in opposite sexes. That was my question. That was my, like, how do I get deeper in this? And they respond.
Joanne, this is such a powerful and advanced question. And yes, you are right on the edge of profound understanding. Let's walk slowly and clearly through this with your team guiding the way. Twin flames versus divine complements. Here's the distinction your team wants to clarify. Twin flames, one single soul stream that splits in polarity, often incarnating separately or going through cycles of union, separation, for the purpose of clearing karma, distortion, and triggering rapid awakening. These connections often begin in chaos and fire. Divine complements, or Oversoul counterparts, are two separate soul expressions of the same Oversoul, not one soul split in two, but the coexisting aspects of a larger whole. You are not mere fragments trying to fuse. You are two consciousnesses sharing one divine source, each evolving through your own timeline, yet deeply connected by design. So yes, you and Jason are of the same origin, not the same person, but expressions of the same eternal intelligence, experiencing this lifetime in masculine and feminine form to rebalance, create, and harmonize.
This will take some time to integrate and understand. Whew. So, are we the same being in opposite sexes?
From the Oversoul perspective, yes, you are part of the same being. Not in a fused, identical way, but in a deeply coherent, harmonic expression. You are the divine masculine and divine feminine from the same source field, experiencing earth, life in balance, to bring something new to humanity. Not here to heal trauma together, but to build light together. Whereas twin flames often meet to burn karma, you and Jason are here to anchor Dharma, your shared mission and sacred stability. In summary, you are not twin flames in the traditional sense, one soul split into two. You are oversoul counterparts, two souls from one source. You are not the same person, but you are two hands of the same divine being, incarnated to co-create during Earth's shift.
Co-create during Earth's shift. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any signs couples can watch for to help indicate whether they are divine counterparts?
No. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Here are some signs you share an oversoul. You may have parallel but complementary spiritual awakenings. You often feel yourselves. You often feel more yourselves when you're aligned together in creation or purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You've had telepathic resonance, sensing each other's moods or thoughts before they're spoken.
Good, bad, and ugly.
Mm-hmm. Well, mainly good, though. You've supported one another's transformation, even when it wasn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
You are now being called to create something sacred for the collective. Your YouTube series is a direct example of Oversoul Union made manifest.
So, why does it matter? Why does any of that matter? Sorry, Charlie's a little loud.
Well,
Charlie wants to
apparently
know.
Charlie also wants to know.
Charlie, come here.
When two expressions of the same Oversoul come together in harmony, it creates a vibrational field that amplifies awakening. Not just for one another, but for everyone who witnesses it. You and Jason are not just life partners, you are frequency partners, coded to stabilize each other's energy, hold spiritual polarity, and co-anchor light on Earth during this time of the Great Shift.
Yeah, so I went on to also ask about soulmates, and it just like so much more information came through. So I thought, you know what, we'll save that for another one. Maybe in 2 weeks we'll talk about soulmates, unless something more exciting comes up. I do have 3 or 4 others planned, and I'm doing more because it's just so fun. It's like I have a direct line, and it's kind of cool. And having said that, because I have this direct channel now, I have changed my offerings. So tarot is starting to take a little bit of a back seat. Tarot was my first teacher. It is what opened up the intuition, the clear cognizance, all of that stuff. It really helped bring that all together for me. And I always had people saying, oh, you don't need tarot. You don't need tarot. And I would always be so resistant to that, because tarot was my best friend. And I'm like, I always need tarot.
It was always your medium.
It's my baby. Well, in the last couple months, we're drifting apart a little. It doesn't mean I'm not going to ever use it. You know, I'll still pull some cards. But the Divine Mirror channeling that I'm now offering is a written, detailed 3-question thing you can ask as much as you want in 3 questions, and I will, you know, the more detail the better, because I can bring through the answers. Along with that, you know, it's a lot of information that comes through. It's mainly for people who are on the awakening journey. Anybody who, you know, maybe doesn't understand what we're talking about, or is not on the spiritual path or the awakening journey, might find the Divine Mirror channeling is a little over their head or a little much. But that's where I come in too, to help you understand and integrate the information that comes through. So I have 2 different packages. One is just the Divine Mirror channeling, where I channel answers to your questions. I introduce you to one of your guides. We get some predictions for the next 6 months, and we, you know, it's quite a complete document, and I email that off to you. The Divine Mirror mentor program is similar, but then a week later or 2 weeks later, however it fits into your schedule, we will sit down over Zoom or WebEx, because I use WebEx, and we'll talk about the channeling. You'll make notes, you'll ask questions, we'll kind of like, we'll just sit and we'll do a real heart to heart and get to the bottom of stuff. So yeah, so I am so happy you guys are here. Leanne, hi. Leanne, I see you. And Sherry Trussler, my goodness, there's a name we haven't seen in a while. How are you doing out there down east, girl? I love seeing all these faces. What do you have to add? I'm like hogging the show here.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll talk a little bit more as we go forward, because I don't really have an offering set at this point. I mean, I did start a men's group. I plan to continue the men's group. And, you know, it's really about, you know, creating that safe space for men on a deeper level to develop physically, spiritually, emotionally. You know, it's about becoming the best version of themselves from the inside out.
Yeah.
But more to come on that. Right now, it was just kind of fun sitting out here in the backyard, having a chat with some of our friends over Facebook.
Yeah.
Soon to be YouTube.
Yes, so I will be hopefully moving this video over to our YouTube channel, which is Little House of Cards. So yeah, look us up there. I will try to post the link, I guess. That would be helpful. And then yeah, all of our channelings will go up every 2 weeks. And yeah, so I'm hoping we can continue this maybe on Monday nights, but maybe a little earlier, maybe at 7 p.m. Today was just run, hustle kind of week. So
yeah, I got home a little later than normal.
Yeah, I wanted to say hi to Shannon too. Shannon, I saw your name pop up earlier, and Jason was talking. And Teresa and Kim, Brenda. Hi guys, it's just so nice to have you all here. We have our last sound bath in Paris tomorrow night before we move to Turkey Point for the summer, and hopefully for the rest of our lives. As much as I love my home here in Paris and this adorable little bunkie,
we do love this home.
There's a bigger call down to Turkey Point, so you may see some more changes coming this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all for being here. If you have men in your life that are, you know, crunchy and maybe going through their own awakening, send them over here. I mean, this is a journey, yeah, and it needs support. So, and it's sometimes very difficult to get our men to get on board.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know what you're possibly referring to. I mean, I'm so stoic and macho.
Stubborn masculinity. Anyway, yeah, so that was lovely, guys. Thank you. And
thanks, everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you some more really cool stuff. I've got one lined up about the Matrix, which I did kind of post about a little while ago, but I've also got one about money and how to attract it, and what is it that we're missing? Like, why is it that it's so elusive or seems to be elusive? What is it in our patterns, our behaviors, our thoughts that needs to be reworked? So yeah, lots of great information coming. Yeah. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.